Good afternoon and welcome to another merry edition of Spotlight. My name is Kim Sancha.
And I'm Francine Marquez. In today's episode, we are joined by a literary artist who serves as a senior lecturer teaching Filipino and Philippine literature at UC Berkeley.
And she has won 14 National Literary Awards, like the Distinguished Teaching Award for Non-Senate Faculty in 2013, and 3 Lifetime Achievement Awards, Weaver of History, and National Balagtas Lifetime Achievement Award, to name a few. Yes. Let us welcome Joi Barrios-Leblanc. Hi, Joi!
Maraming salamat sa pag-imbita sa akin.
Walang anuman, and welcome to Spotlight. So, just a starter, tell us how has been the 2021 to you, like personally and at work? How are you coping with the pandemic?
Just like all other teachers, humarap kami sa online learning. Pero mabuti naman at before that, we already actually have an online Filipino language program. Okay. Noon pa man, pre-pandemic. Kaya we were able to adjust easily. Nang nangyari sa akin, big change because dahil online yung classes, nag-base ako dito sa Boston area, sa Massachusetts, sa halip na sa UC Berkeley.
Okay.
Dahil dito, ako ay naging homemaker.
Oh.
So, kasama ako dun sa maraming ibang tao na nagluto, nag-bake, at ikatlo ay nag-adapt ng pusa o aso.
Okay.
Oh, so marami ring naganap. Joi, you're an immigrant who was born and lived in the Philippines. Give us a quick backstory of your journey from living in your motherland to settling in the US. Paano nangyari yun?
Una, hindi ko nakikita ang sarili ko bilang immigrant. Bakit? Kasi pero syempre, lahat ng tao iisipin, lumipat na yan, so nag-migrate na yan. Totoo naman yung konsepto ng migration. Pero, ang pagkakaiba ng konti is, palagi akong nakatingin pabalik sa homeland. So, what happened was, I got married. So,
okay.
Dahil ang asawa ko ay nakatira at nagtatrabaho sa Boston, iniwan ko ang University of the Philippines. At that time, patapos na yung term ko as Associate Dean at buong akala ko, I was going to be a housewife, no? O homemaker pala, more appropriate term. So, okay naman, naisip ko, total, I've been teaching for more than 20 years, it's fine, I could just stay at home. Ayan. So, ngayon, pero, siguro after 2 years, I went back to teaching, first at the University of Michigan, Ann Arbor, and then sa Berkeley. And I've been at Berkeley for, I think, more than, maybe, ilan ba? For 12 years na ba? O 13 years, mga ganon. From 2008, naku, hindi na ako marunong mag-math.
Okay, so ayan, napag-usapan din na lang natin yung Berkeley. Can you tell us more about your current post or position there sa Berkeley?
No, hindi ako tenure track professor. Nakita ko nga yung poster. Professor, oh my God, hindi na ako yun. That was in another life, no, when I was at the University of the Philippines. Senior lecturer ako. Kuminsan, ang joke namin, AP ka pala. AP, assistant professor. Hindi, acting professor. Uma-acting-acting lang na professor. So, pero, maganda ang komunidad namin na mga Filipinex, yun kasi ang gusto nilang tawag sa kanila, no? We have 8 Filipinex student organizations and meron kaming very supportive Filipinex community na tumutulong sa aming 3 language teachers para naman magawa namin ang trabaho namin, makapagturo kami ng beginning, intermediate, advanced Filipino. Meron kaming summer program with UP na nagdadala ng mga estudyante sa Pilipinas at saka nakakapagturo din kami ng mga kursong tulad ng Philippine Cultural Politics, Filipino Mythology, Philippines history, literature, and performance, at marami pang iba. Meron pa kaming Filipino cuisine class, Filipino cuisine narratives, literature pala yun, and paggamit ng food na as metaphor in Philippine literature.
So would you say these are essentially mga students, mga non-Filipino speakers who are interested in the culture, tapos, well, it just follows the language as well?
Oo, kasi syempre marami silang gustong gawin. Una, maganda naman yung makausap nila si Lola, hindi ba? Pag nagte-text sila, mahal na mahal kita, Lola. Maraming Christmas gifts na matatanggap yung bata sa Pasko. So, ikalawa, so discovering yung roots nila at yung identity nila. Ikatlo, service to the community. Marami sa mga estudyante namin nagvo-volunteer sa medical missions o kaya yung mga health clinics for Filipinx immigrants sa US, at saka marami din sa kanila ang gustong matutunan pa yung mga important issues na meron ngayon na hinaharap ng Pilipinas.
Joi, you're an accomplished literary artist besides being active in academe, di ba? When and why did writing literature become an important aspect of your life? Paano nag-umpisa?
True. Nagsimula ako actually sa theater, no? Ang dream ko, gusto ko maging playwright. Pero parang hindi masyadong maganda yung sinusulat ko, di ba? Tapos, na-play. But of course, later I developed and became better at it. Nag-start din ako as an actor, no? Pero parang hindi man ako masyadong gifted. Lighting designer, pangit yung ilaw, madilim, gano'n.
Lighting designer.
So, in other words, ano kaya, join ako ng workshop. So, at that time, there were no creative writing courses. You can't get a BA in creative writing, for example. So, pa-workshop lang. I'm very grateful. I had a mentor in poetry, si Fidel Rillo. Tapos, ang daming mga older writers, no, na tumulong sa akin. Benvenido Lumbera, Ignor Chongson, Virgilio Almario, and so on and so forth. So, dahil dito, no, na develop ko, no, yung aking pagsusulat, na syempre kasama din diyan yung mga women writers, no, na mga nakasama ko, yung mga nauna sa akin ng konti at yung mga kasabayan ko, na dahil dalawang bagay ang gusto nating makita pag nagsusulat tayo. Una, ma-develop natin yung craft din natin. Yes. At ikalawa, but not necessarily less important, di ba? Kung ano yung pwede pa nating sabihin na hindi pa nasasabi, di ba? So yun at syempre, maka-reach out din sa mas malaking audience.
Okay, that's great to hear from you, Professor Joi. And we are actually very interested in knowing you. But for now, we'll take a short break and Spotlight will be back after these reminders.
Botomoto Halalan 2022, the Daily Tribune special coverage.
Chris masaya, pagsama-sama.
Bong, yung naumpisahan ko, tapusin mo. Mga bagong highway, tulay, tren, dapat ma-enjoy na kaagad ng mga tao yan. Kailangan lahat bakunado at laging may ayuda pag kailangan. Huwag dapat makabalik ang mga drug lords para ligtas ang pamilya. Yung ginawa mong malasakit centers, maganda yan. Padamihin mo pa. Magkasama tayo. Tayo ang nagsimula, tuloy-tuloy lang, Bong.
Botomoto Halalan 2022, the Daily Tribune special coverage.
Chris masaya, pagsama-sama.
Welcome back to Spotlight. Still with us is the award-winning Filipino poet, Professor Joi Barrios-Leblanc. Now, we'd like to know, Joy, how many books have you made so far? And can you tell us about the latest books that you will be launching on the 17th there in the US?
Susubukan ko.
You have to try. Subukan mo talaga.
You have to tell us how many books already.
Meron akong 4 na textbooks.
Okay.
Ito ay Tagalog for Beginners. Meron akong Intermediate Filipino. Wala akong kopya dito.
Obvious na theater ka nga kasi meron kang props.
Dako mo, Kim.
Yeah, it's because I'm into theater so I can relate with you. That's why I can get it. So yeah.
Okay.
Go, sorry.
Meron din akong Easy Tagalog.
Okay.
Meron kami along with Benita Pambid Domingo and Romulo Bakiran Jr., meron kaming dictionary.
Di ba?
So, pagkatapos, meron akong 3 ng poetry books, ika-4 yung bagong lalabas, at isang book of fiction, romance novelettes, isang book of plays, at meron din akong yung aking dissertation na ginawang libro mula sa mga pakpak na entablado tungkol ito sa Filipino women playwrights.
Oh, that's great.
Joy, nakakaingit naman ng productivity mo considering na you're also teaching, you're also a homemaker right now. Come on, what's your writing process like? Yung creative process mo? Is there a particular time where you write or a particular place? How does it happen?
Well, una, ang roots ko kasi talaga ay street theater. Kaya kung minsan, mabilis ako sumulat. So parang ang importante kasi sa street theater, dapat very responsive ka.
Yes.
Ibig sabihin, pag may nangyayari, halimbawa may bagyo. Ano naman ang masasabi ko tungkol sa bagyo? Halimbawa, yung typhoon Haiyan, right? So, yung Yolanda. So, meron akong tula, no? Tungkol sa yung kawayan, di ba? At parang sinasabi ko, parang maganda, na resilient tayo, pero hindi lang naman yun, di ba? Hindi naman talagang yun lang, no? Yung issue, no? Ikalawa, so, sa panghalimbawa, so, nung namatay si Jennifer Laude, no? Na transgender, so talagang nakakadurog naman talaga yung puso ng yun nangyari sa kanya. Parang no human being should be able, should suffer like that, no? So, sumulat din ako ng tula sa kanya na ang title ay Ang Kwento ng Inodoro. So, noon. Of course, gaya ng ibang writers, ako ay kung minsan, madaling araw, gabi-gabi, pawine-wine tayo, props na naman, Kim, tingnan mo.
Alam ko yan. Yung tawag sa theater, props, property master, mga dresser, yung mga tawag dyan. I know that. Go.
Ito, syempre, in the morning coffee, gano'n. Tapos, I write sa aking kitchen table. Dito na mismo, kung nasaan ako ngayon. Ito ang aking workspace.
Yung kanyang place of motivation, place of, internalization. Internalization because I'm saying it's theater, so that's why I'm using it for you, and I think you can get it.
At saka syempre, off-stage, kung theater na rin lang, ay nandyan si Luningning at yung mga isang ano pangalan na isa?
Meow, meow. Okay, cats. Okay.
Pero Joy, in the time of pandemic where we are in right now, essentials are always given priority. Where does literature figure in these still uncertain moments?
Ay, nakakaganda pa ng tanong mo, Francine.
Diba?
Diba? Parang...
Kasi sa pamamagitan ng literature, we're able to articulate, no, what we feel and what we think others are feeling as well. So, ang biggest example ko niyan ay yung project ko with my e-theater company. So, we came up with 5 songs on the pandemic. So, Awit ng Maralita, awit ng paglilinis at pagdidistansya, di ba? So, awit, may awit ng pag-ibig and awit ng hinagpis and so on and so forth. So, ang ibig kong sabihin, kailangang maging creative, no? At doon sa creativity na yon, lumalabas yung gusto nating sabihin tungkol sa kasalukuyang sitwasyon ng pandemya.
Okay. So, can you tell us or meron ka bang mga advice or payo sa mga aspiring writers, specifically yung mga literary writers na tinatawag natin?
Oo. So, una sa lahat, gusto ko lang ikwento na very recently ay nagbigay ako ng romance writing workshop.
Okay.
No? So, bakit? Diba? Sinusulong ko lang yan, romance writing, popular lit. Sa tingin ko, no, sabi nga ni Luwalhati Bautista, wala namang manunulat na sumusulat ng tinasabi natin na mapatula o seryosong nobela na hindi naghangad na mas malaki ang maabot na mababasa or audience. So, having a bigger audience of a wider readership. At wala namang nagsusulat ng popular literature like romance novels or mystery novels na ayaw maging napakaganda o napakahusay ng kanilang panulat, no? So, ang advice ko, so babalik ako doon, no? Doon sa anong advice ko sa writers. One, explore different genres.
Yes.
So, ako, halimbawa, nagsimula ako sa playwriting, makikita yung mga characters ko magsalita. So, shift muna tayo sa poetry, later na muna tayo sa playwriting. Explore fiction, kaya nga meron ako ang props ulit. No? So, eto ang aking isa pang libro, Tagalog Stories for Language Learners, folk tales and stories in Filipino and English, no? So, nagpapasalamat ako kasi team effort ito, marami akong mga nakatulong dito. At ikatlo, so yun nga, explore other genres. 3, posible talaga na meron tayong nasulat. Tapos pag pinakita natin, sasabihin sa atin, pangit! Pangit yung sinulat mo. Okay lang yan. Kasi at least di naman sinabing pangit ka, di ba? Pangit lang yung sinulat mo. So, anong dapat mong gawin? I-revise mo para gumanda. O kaya, isang tabi mo and write again. But don't give up. Kasi kung minsan, totoo naman na meron tayong nasusulat na, you know, not as good, not as great. But we can always write again.
Yes.
We can always continue writing. We can continue attending classes or workshops and move on and ika-4, be involved, no? So anong ibig kong sabihin? Live life kasi kung nakakulong ka lang naman din, kung saan yung isusulat mo, diba? So, ibig sabihin, importante yung pag-aaral ng lipunan, ng mga issues. Halimbawa, sa karanasan ko, what was really important for me is being involved in the women's movement in the Philippines. And drawing inspiration from a lot of amazing women. So, naging importante ang women's movement sa aking panulat.
Okay. So, ayan, nakikita ko yung mga props mo dyan. May mga big or whatever props na yan. Are those available ba sa US lang or sa Pilipinas?
Available din naman sa Pilipinas.
Okay, yun lang.
Oo, at online, ganun.
Okay.
At ngayon, downloadable na lang.
Ay, okay, digital, okay.
Digital.
Copy.
So, meron din physical copies.
Okay.
But I think yung isang magandang bagay is that in recent years, mas dumami na yung number 1, digital books, and second, audiobooks.
Oh, yes. Tama yan.
So, yung mga romance novels ko nga, magiging audiobook. Na.
Iba kasi yan, yung book kasi natin is from soft copy to hard copy, yung hardbook na tinatawag, and now digital copy, and now to the audiobook. Ayan na yun.
But speaking of digital, Joy, Paano naman, how can the non-literature reader, siguro those who prefer yung mga visual platforms or who would rather listen to the radio or read the news, how can they start to appreciate literature?
I love that question.
Ay, winner na naman ang question.
Napapanahon, actually.
Diba? Yung mga mas gusto ko mag-TikTok kaysa magbasa ng poem ni E.E. Cummings.
Gusto ko na lang dumututong tablet, pakinggan yung nagbabasa.
Exactly.
I mean, it's a different way of imagining of the story or getting into a different world. Magkakaiba yan eh. So, yeah,
exactly.
your advice.
Right,
Yes.
right.
And so, I believe that writers should also adjust, right?
Ay.
So, ako,
Okay.
if you go to, for example, so kahit na sa Facebook lang, so for several years now, I've been reading my poems, no? Tapos, may bini-video ako nung isang, dati gumagraduate na siya ng master's niya, no? Si Loy Almiron. So, she used to make videos na nagbabasa ako ng poetry ko, tapos ini-edit niya, linalagyan niya ng visuals para mas interesting, ng music, and so on and so forth. So, that's one possibility. And in some instances naman, pwedeng hindi naman yung writer ang nagsusulat, kundi yung performers. What I've discovered nga during the pandemic was, as a poet, I could also write lyrics for songs and work with the fabulous composer Fabian Obispo. Na siya yung nag-compose ng music for the play Ang Bundok by Amelia La Peña Bonifacio, and his work with the Magical Singers, Concert Chorus, at iba pang mga, and he works in Broadway pala, and with my theater company in New York. In other words, two things, no? Writers should also explore digital platforms, and second, enter into collaborations with other artists.
Okay.
Oh, right. So speaking of your work, like your poems, there's a video circulating of actress Isa Calzado reading your poem titled Parole. So what was the all about? Can you tell us something about it?
Nagsimula yung tula na yan sa aming munting programa every 9th of the month called Damay at Dangal. And all Damay at Dangal is that it aims to honor those who have passed on during the pandemic, whether it's because of COVID or not. So, kasi yung para magkaroon tayo ng sinasabi nilang collective grief. No, yung sabay-sabay tayong nagluluksa dahil napakarami naman talaga. Lahat tayo, hindi pwedeng wala tayong kamag-anak o kaibigan o kakilala na hindi na hit ng COVID o hindi pumanaw sa anumang illness at hindi man lang natin napagluksa, na nadalaw, ganon. So, ngayong taong ito, year-ender na namin, we've been going on for like several months now. And so we decided na special itong December program ng Damay at Dangal. And so merong kanta, no, at darating na ang Pasko na sinulat ng national artist na si Virgilio Almario at si Ryan Cayabyab. Di ba? Kung level ko ba sila? Siyempre hindi. Pero naka-join naman ako, nabigyan ng chance ang lola nyo. So, pinasulat naman ako ng tula na parol nga, and itong kaibigan kong si Noel Ferrer, he got several artists like Tisa Calzado and 3 other actors. Naku, nandito na kanina eh. Meron na akong kodigo kanina eh. Singer mo.
We heard Lara Kigaman.
Lara Kigaman.
Joanna Ampil.
And Joanna Ampil.
And another one.
Ayun.
Hurt naman.
Lagot ka. It's okay.
Ito na. Joanna Ampil, Adrian Vergara,
Ayun.
Precious Lara Kigaman.
Okay.
Salamat naman.
Ayan.
And Isa Calzado.
And Isa Calzado.
Okay.
That's it.
Thank you sa kanila. Kay Noel Ferrer.
O, di ba? Yaman. O, di ba Tagalog? O, yaman din lamang at pinag-uusapan natin. At actually, medyo sabay ako sa Pilipino. At least nasasabi ko siya ng tama ngayon. Yaman din lamang at napag-uusapan natin yung parol mo. Ating panuorin ang video na yan.
Parole ni Joi Barrios ng Bayan Tandang Suara Network. Nagsasabi tayo ng parol tuwing Pasko. Waring sinungkit na tala na nagpapaalala ng hatid na pag-asa, ng sanggol na isinilang sa sabsaban.
Sa panahon ng pandemya, tayong mga naulila at nakilala ang walang hanggang pagluluksa, tayong mga nakaranas ng tagsalat, pinagnakawan pa ng gahaman, ay naghahanap ng paghilom at katarungan para sa atin at higit sa kanilang mga nagbuwis ng buhay sa pagamotang huling hantungan para sa atin at higit sa kanilang mga pinakadukhang lalo pang inalimusta na kababayaan.
Sa panahon ng kadiliman, tumitingala tayo sa langit. Nagbabaka sakali na makakita ng bulalakaw na guguhit at nang masambit ang kahilingan para sa paghilom, para sa katarungan.
Ngunit kung ang bituin ay hindi sumilip, sindihan na lamang ang mga parol at isabit. Isipin ang bawat parol ay sagisag ng bawat mahal sa buhay na lumisan. Pagkat kung nahanap ng hari at pastol ang sabsaban sa tanglang ng iisang bituin, kung ihahanay ang mga parol ng pag-ibig, magliliwanag ang bayan sa ningning nilang hatid.
Maghilom, kapatid, at manalig na may katarungan ding makakamit.
Maghilom, kapatid, at manalig na may katarungan ring makakamit.
Maghilom, kapatid, at manalig na may katarungan ding makakamit.
Maghilom, kapatid, at manalig na may katarungan din makakamit.
Ayan, yung parol na papanahon ngayong Christmas season. At
yes.
9 days na lang, tama ba yung counting ko? Bobo ko sa math, sorry. 9 days na lang yata, yun.
So, we'll take another break for now, and when we return, we'll play a game.
Ayan.
Spotlight will be back. Stay with us.
Botomoto Halalan 2022, the Daily Tribune special coverage.
Chris masaya, pagsama-sama. Mga katribu, tara na't makiisa at matuto sa mga public service programs hatid ng Kalingang Katribu. Tuwing Lunes, nandyan ang usapang business na magbibigay tips at inspirasyon sa mga aspiring entrepreneurs kasama sina Comfy Manalo at Vernon Velasco. Tuwing Miyerkules, usapang pangkalusugan naman ang tatalakayin ni Miss Cory Quirino sa Health and Wellness. At tuwing Biyernes naman, kung legal advice ang kailangan mo, sagot ka na ng Legal Diaries kasama si Elmer Navarro Manuel at mga guest lawyers. Lahat ng niya mapapanood tuwing alas 3:30 ng hapon sa Daily Tribune Facebook page at Tribune Now on YouTube. Non-stop showbiz update ba ang hanap nyo? Sagot na yan ang aming Tribune Extra. Balitang entertainment at lifestyle, mapa-local man o international, meron kami niyan. Manood at makichika na kasama si Kim Sancha Lunes hanggang Biyernes alas 5 ng hapon sa Tribune News on Q at separate premiere nito ng alas 7:30 ng gabi. Mapapanood sa Daily Tribune Facebook page at Tribune Now on YouTube.
Viber is the free and secure way to connect with friends and family anywhere. Send messages and make phone and video calls for free. Download Viber now.
Botomoto Halalan 2022, the Daily Tribune special coverage.
Chris masaya, pagsama-sama.
welcome back to Spotlight. And at this moment, we have what we call Fast Talk, where we ask you, Joy, random questions or options to choose from, and you have to answer it very quickly. Are you ready?
Yes naman ako.
Ready ka dapat kasi you're theater, so dapat lagi ka dyang handa. And the show must go on. That's the thing, di ba? Ito na yung unang tanong. Your most used mobile app?
Facebook.
Siyempre, lahat tayo yan. Ako din yan.
Ito naman, your childhood dream.
Ay, maging homemaker.
Ay, okay.
Okay.
Interesting, ha? Your favorite, parang ang hirap dito. Your
Dream
favorite,
achieved.
your favorite book of all time.
Ay.
See? Ang tagal, di ba mahirap?
Stamp.
Ay.
I guess, di ano na lang
mahirap.
ako. Mahirap talaga.
Di ba?
But, however, sadali lang. Sadali lang.
Go on.
However, go.
Philippine literature, history and anthology by Benvenido Lombera.
Ay, alam ko yung book na yan. Nabasa ko yan. The National Artist.
Yes.
Okay, I know that. Okay.
Ito naman, your favorite foreign author and your favorite local author.
Ay, gusto ko yung tanong.
Ay.
Mahirap din yata ito.
Margaret Atwood.
Oh, Canadian novelist.
Oo. Local author. Naku, ang dami kong friends.
Lagot ka, bias ka.
Sige na nga.
Careful.
Ang dami kong friends yung nasagot.
Friends.
Oh, yeah.
Simula tayo sa dalawa kong tatay.
Okay.
Na si Benvenido Lombera,
yeah.
si Virgilio Almario.
National Artist.
Okay. Hanggang dun muna.
Ayan, tama.
Di ba, national artist mo?
Oo, so may mga hierarchy yan.
Walang talo doon.
Oo. Tsaka, kulang yata yung natin, yung oras natin, pag inisa-isa mo yung mga favorite, mo.
Marami kang kaibigan.
Correct. Baka milyones yung mga kaibigan mo, China Oil, di ba? Ayan.
Kasi, ko ay Isagani School of Criticism.
Ay, okay, kilala ko din siya.
Bakit naman daw yung teacher ko siya, sabi niya, bakit ko
Isagani
laging
Cruz.
pinupuri ang mga kaibigan ko, mga authors, kanyan? Bakit? Magiging kaibigan ko ba sila kung hindi sila magaling?
Diba? Perfect. Ang one-liner ng lola mo.
Oh, good answer.
Ayan, speaking of that, ano yung best time or kailan ka magaling magsulat? Best time to write a book?
2 o'clock in the morning.
Oh my God.
Which is about right now.
Tama.
Yes, diba? In your time.
So, inaabala ka pala namin. Hindi ka na.
After midnight.
Okay.
Kanya-kanya yan eh.
Eto naman, if your life story will be made into a movie, who would you want to play as you? Don't tell me marami kang kaibigang
Ano naman?
artista.
Directors, producers. Okay. Ito naman, your ultimate goal before retiring. Ay, bawal yun sa theater. Dead air. Bawal yan.
Parang hindi siya magre-retire.
Alam ko na yan. Before retiring,
before.
As a writer, to write a novel.
Okay.
As a teacher, to set up a Filipino language center.
That's beautiful.
That's good. Yeah. Joy, if you were to ask for just one gift this Christmas, what would it be?
World peace?
Beauty contest lang ang sagot?
Dapat gumanon ka.
Gumanon ka dapat. Beauty contest tayo eh. Tsaka yung isang nagbasa nung Parole mo is beauty contest. Sige, go.
Pero sasagutin ko yan. Sa personal, sa buhay ko, parang wala na. Parang, parang happy na ako, blessed na ako.
Okay.
So,
fulfilled, satisfied.
So, chika time with YY and Dingning.
Yun, okay.
At saka, happy Christmas ngayon kasi my son is coming home.
Ay, enjoy.
Oo, bonding, ganyan. So,
that's priceless, the bonding.
True. Well, thank you, Joy, for sharing your work and your passion with Spotlight today. But before we let you go, and because it's 3 a.m. in Boston, may we have some parting words from you?
Siguro, ang gusto ko lang sabihin, sana tangkilikin natin ang panitigang Filipino. Sana bumili tayo ng mga libro o manood tayo ng mga videos ng mga tula o dagli o maiksing kwento o audiobooks. Hindi lamang para sa akin, kundi para sa lahat ng autor na Filipino na may gustong ipahatid sa kanilang mambabasa. Maraming salamat po!
Walang anuman.
Yeah. Joy! Siguro pwede mo na silang invite yung about the book na ilo-launch, ano yung mga titles nito, specifically.
Oo. Ang aking libro ay pinamagatang Sa Aking Pagkadestiyero or In My Exile. Ito po ang aking ika-4 na koleksyon ng mga tula. At isa po ito sa maraming libro na ilulunsad ng University of the Philippines Press sa December 17. Pumunta po tayo sa webpage ng UP Press para mapanood po natin. At meron akong maiksing mensahe doon. Sana po ay magustuhan nyo ang mga librong pinublish ng UP Press ngayong hapon na ito. Muli, ang aking libro ay pinamagatang Sa Aking Pagkadestiyero, mga tula sa Filipino, may mga salin sa Ingles, In My Exile.
Okay. Good luck, Professor Joi. Professor Joi talaga!
And congrats!
Yes, and congrats.
Para makagalang-galang talaga.
Gusto ko lang sabihin yun, wala lang.
Ay, eto pa. Maraming salamat kasi na-promote ako from senior lecturer, naging professor ako.
Oh, diba? Diba? Gandara. Yeah. Alright. So, again, thank you so much for joining us, Professor Joi. Siyempre, for sharing your stories, your experiences, and your inspirations to us, sa mga katribo. And it has been a delight, of course, to have you in Spotlight this afternoon.
Yes. So, mga katribo, watch Spotlight live every Thursday at 2 p.m. on Daily Tribune's official Facebook page and on Tribune Now on YouTube for the replay of the latest edition. And I'm Francine Marquez.
And this has been Spotlight.